Hello YouTube, this is your girl Mia coming through this evening. I'm not going live tonight, but I'm going to give a little review on the show I saw on Iyanla. Iyanla and the Seven Broken Brothers. Let me tell you something. I don't have any boys. Wanted boys, but I had the three girls, and I'm blessed for them. But let me tell you something. These boys have been traumatized. These boys are going through something, and they probably going to be battling something for a long time. Now, this is part 2 of the Iyanla story with the brothers. And we got one brother that's deceased who got killed. We got another brother that's doing life in prison. And we got 5 other brothers. We got Miguel, Marcus, Melvin, Michael, and Marvin. And let me just tell you, honey, tonight was so touching because it teared me up about a couple of times tonight because it was just like it's how it's getting so intense and finally, you know what I'm saying, how everybody's just trying to get on one accordance. But when it first came on, they had got into a little brawl. You got your girl yelling in there in the kitchen trying to cook them breakfast. She looking like Angel Mama, but you know what I'm saying, she in there trying to do some biscuits and some sausages and some things of that nature. I don't mean to make y'all laugh, but I'm just saying she in there looking like Angel Mama. She trying to cook them a home cooked meal the way mothers do, trying to cook them a home cooked meal to let them know, yeah, at the end of the day, you still family, stick together. I understand you've been in several different foster care homes and all of this, but right now we're going to celebrate right now what we see right now, and that's family unity. 5 brothers who sticking together right now. We need to see that right now. They got into a little argument where Marcus wanted to fight, I think it was Melvin, and it was about to get out of hand until Iyanla came in and let them know, not today. We ain't going to do this up in here. Y'all are brothers, and you're going to learn how to get together. You're not going to bring that foolishness that was brought upon you up in this household where I'm in here cooking biscuits. You know what I'm saying? My mama biscuits. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show y'all unity. We're not about to do that. So what you going to do? And it was so touching how she made them come together and just tell how they really feel. Apologize to one another. To say how you truly feel. I love you. You my brother. I'm not saying it's going to always be like this. You know what I'm saying? But we're brothers, and we need to work it out, and we need to respect each other. And the one brother, Melvin, he just brought me to tears when he just made it clear that he just want to be accepted because he's a gay young man, and that's fine. That's fine. At the end of the day, y'all are still brothers. He wants to be accepted by his family for who he is. And I guess Marcus, slip of the tongue. Well, we just got to be real. He was being disrespectful. He called him a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Which wasn't called for at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all that. At the end of the day, that's still your brother. And, it teared him up because he felt some type of way. He realized that he did hurt his brother's feelings by calling him that. So I thought that was a touching moment, how she made them come together and accept the fact that that's your brother. Okay? And I understand the situation you're in, and I know it's going to be a struggle. But at the end of the day, all y'all got is each other. Each other. So stand by each other. Stand up for each other. And I'm glad she's instilling that upon them, because right now Marcus had to wait on him, that he had to carry the whole family, and she's trying to let him know you're not built that way. It wasn't planned for it to be that way for you to carry everybody. Nobody's asking you to take on that leadership role. That was your father's role, and he did not own up to it, and we're not going to place all of that burden on you no longer. Okay? Everybody's in this shit together. And I just like how she's trying to bring them together. But it was just heartfelt. And I definitely didn't like them, calling each other names. But they got over that part. So that was a good thing. But she cooked breakfast. And she just let them know, hey, that how they need to spend time with each other. And they look good as a family sitting there. My black brothers, they look good sitting there together with one another as a family. And that's what they need to do. But they had a breakthrough. They had a breakthrough tonight because she played a game with them called bingo. Let me take a little sip of apple juice because I felt some type of way about this episode tonight. Now, it wasn't bingo what we play bingo with the numbers. She had different words inside of the inside of the game. So as she was spinning it, it was shooting out different words. And the first word she shot out was abandoned. And she said, now who feels that way? Raise your hand. And all of them raised their hand. And she asked, which one, Michael, tell me how you feel about it. And he said, Michael is the one who they always say is mentally challenged. You know what I'm saying? And he said he's always felt like he's been invisible. And we don't want nobody to feel invisible. We don't want nobody to feel like they're not there. Even though he's a little mentally challenged, that's fine. But you want to ask him his input. You want to feel, because he's the oldest brother. He's the oldest brother that's left, and nobody really asked him their opinion. And they admitted to that, and they said they never did because they thought they were saving him when really you was causing him pain because he felt like he being overlooked all the time. Ain't that something? And they never knew he felt that way until he said, I feel invisible. Now, that's not a nice feeling when you feel invisible. When people don't even acknowledge that you're there. And he said that's the way he's felt all of his life, invisible. So that was a touching moment when she brought that up. And the second word she brought up was guilty. And Marcus stood up. And I'm so glad she reaching out to Marcus because I'm just so scared for him because he's the most angriest brother of them all. He's so angry. He's so, I don't want to say angry. He got a lot of burdens on him, and you could just tell he got a lot of burdens on him. And it's just, he feels like he's upset with himself because he didn't stand up for his brothers, that he left them in foster care. He wasn't there, and he even admitted that he is misleading his own kids down the wrong path. Let me tell you something, black women and black men. We got to stick together, and we got to stand by these black men. When we see that they are struggling, we got to stand by them. We got to uplift them. Because I'm telling you, when you see that about one black family that's been in all kind of foster care homes, all of them, and then to top it off, before they can end the show, and it's a third part of this, before they can end the show, they got a sister. A half sister. Her name Lizzie. She's 38 years old. I didn't even know they had a sister. They got a half sister. I didn't even know. I just thought it was just 7 brothers. But they got a half sister. Her name is Lizzie. And she was left with the mother, the grandmother, to raise her. And so she feels like she was abandoned because she felt like as if the mother spent time worrying about the brothers and not her. Ain't that crazy? Excuse me, y'all, how all of them just felt like nobody was there for them. And then they feel like she was abandoned. She felt like she was abandoned by the mother. They felt like they was abandoned, well, they were, by the mother and the father. But, she was there with the grandmother who was raising her. But they didn't have that option to be there with the grandmother to raise them. It's just all discombobulation. We got to stand by them, sisters. We got to stand by them, and we got to help them. And if we can't help them, we got to get them some help. But whoever, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of black brothers out here suffering. It's a lot of black brothers out here suffering. Are they going to admit it? No, they're not going to admit it. They're not going to admit it. And they're not going to admit they need help. But if you see one, each one, reach one, teach one. That's how we need to look at this thing. Because this is a lesson, especially in the black community, because we have a lot of times to brush stuff off like, oh, no, that's not taking place in the black homes, or this is not happening. Honey, it's happening everywhere. And it's happening with our own kind too. So we need to be real about the situation. We need to be real. But when they brought the daddy to the table, when they was playing the game bingo, brought the daddy to the table. And then Iyanla asked the daddy, when the last time you played a game with your boys? And that man stood up and said, never. You got 7 boys, and you ain't never played a game with them. Football, tackle, touch, flag, bingo, hopscotch, whatever the case may be. Cards, strip poker, anything. You said you ain't never played a game with your boys. We got to wake up. We got to get it together. And we got to stop denying the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it happens in the black homes, that we're not affected by it. We're affected by it, and we pass that shit on from one generation to the next. We got to break the cycle, and we got to start today. And the part 3 comes on next week. So I'll be tuned in for that one. I didn't give a review on the part 1 because I was just waiting on the part 2. The part 1 was just introducing them to, introducing each child, how long they've been in foster care, all their life, until they ran away, got tired of being abused, got tired of being verbally abused, and they ran away. They slept in abandoned cars, no coats, no jackets. Yeah, this is some real shit. This is some real shit. The mama failed them, the daddy failed them, the system failed them, the village failed them. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody had to see them children out there struggling. Somebody had to see them out there hungry, stealing to eat. You know what I'm saying? I always say, me'll feed the kids. I feed the kids. I feed anybody, child. I feed the kids. Because I want, if you see mine out there and they hungry, I want you to goddamn feed them. You understand what I'm saying? So I feed the kids. Now your grown ass, you going to have to get out there and do what you got to do. But I feed the kids. Now that's just me. Now y'all can come on here and say whatever y'all want to say, but I feed the kids. I believe in feeding the kids. I believe in that. And this is just a prime example. We got to get it together, people. We got to get it together. But the father did walk up and ask Iyanla, how can I make it better? How can I make it better now? You've missed out on all of their childhood, everything. You missed out on everything due to drugs. It just goes to show you how drugs destroy a family. And a lot of people say, oh, it ain't affecting me. It affects everybody in the household. So we can stop saying it doesn't affect us. Of course it affects us. It affects everybody in the household. One person in the household on drugs, it affects us all. So we need to be honest about that too. It affects us all. It has an effect on us all. So we can stop saying, oh, it don't affect me, or they ain't got nothing to do with me. Of course it got something to do with us. It's got something to do with us. Of course, because it's going to affect that child. And if it affects that child, it affects me. Okay? So this is just a small recap on Iyanla, 7 Broken Brothers. Part 3 on next week. Part 3. First part was just introducing them. Second part, they brought the mother in, and the mother, she's still in, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say the mama's still on drugs, but the mama, like, she's still in denial as to what happened. And then, like Iyanla said, how could you keep having them? Keep having them. Keep having them. And then abandon them. How can you keep having them? She never did really answer that. So hopefully we'll get that answer next week. So this is just a small recap on the show. And we all got to keep our head up, stay prayed up, and watch out for the young ones, baby. They didn't ask to be here. Let's watch out for them. And let's help our black brothers in any way we can. Y'all have a good night. This is your girl Mia coming at you live. You know what I'm saying? Coming at you live. I didn't go live tonight, but I went live early today. Coming at you live, baby, giving you a full report of how we got to learn how to treat one another. All right? Y'all take it easy. Have a good night. This is your girl Mia signing off.